Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned in. In a recent video release, local YouTube creator Lucan Pierre shares a touching story as he attempts to bring cheer to a longtime friend who was recently diagnosed with a chronic condition. The video follows the pair over a few days as they engage in activities aimed at raising the spirits of his friend. Pierre's actions remind us that a friend in need is a friend indeed, and simple gestures could go a long way to enrich the lives of those around us.
Local YouTuber Lucan Pierre, better known as Loki, is commonly known for his fun-loving content, relatable jokes, and ability to engage viewers from beyond the fourth wall. A recent release on his YouTube page shared a different mood as he brought awareness to the chronic skin condition vitiligo. Pierre shared a story over a period of a week as he strives to increase the self-esteem of a former schoolmate who was recently diagnosed with the condition.
So we've been friends for 5 years and recently you got diagnosed with vitiligo. So tell us about that.
Well, basically, from what I've been told is that my immune system is now attacking my melanocytes. That's the cells that produce the melanin in my skin. So it attacks certain areas and going to start killing off the color in my skin, basically.
The video, though staying true to Pierre's usual entertainment agenda, showed a notable transition while Joshua Hinkson built his self-confidence. The pair, through a series of comedic interactions, addressed several aspects of social anxiety that Hinkson admitted to be facing, including landing him his first successful attempt of courtship.
At this point, I was content with his improvement and was ready to call it a day. What happened next surprised us all. Since then, Joshua has become more confident, switched up his hairdo and wardrobe, and even reversed his vitiligo. This is Joshua's transformation.
Pierre said that through their 5 years of friendship, Hinkson had always been an individual with a positive outlook on life. He was thankful for the ability to bring more joy to such an individual. The full video can be viewed on the Loki YouTube page. Jacka Wooding, Hot 7 News.
Atlas, a youth group based in Choiseul, Saltibus, has taken up the initiative to install water tanks in their community because of a recurring water issue. The treasurer of the non-profit NGO, Tamika Albert, says the initiative was paused due to COVID-19. However, the few remaining tanks will be installed over the weekend to ensure some citizens are prepared for the upcoming hurricane season.
Atlas is a non-profit, non-governmental youth group based in the Choiseul Saltibus area. According to the treasurer of the non-profit NGO, Tamiki Albert, the group is on a mission to equip a few members of the community with water tanks in a bid to help alleviate a long-standing and ongoing water crisis.
In late 2019, we put up a proposal for a GEF project, the Global Environmental Fund, and we chose one of the sustainable development goals, and we noticed that the residents of a particular community in Choiseul have had a water problem, a water shortage issue, and we decided that we would want to have a project in that community, a rain harvesting project. So what we did, we supplied them with water tanks and water harvesting systems so they can at least curb the issue of water shortages throughout the year.
According to Albert, the initial proposal was to supply 12 tanks. However, the group ended up doubling the efforts and will provide 24 water tanks. She says the project is ongoing with 90% of the water harvesting equipment already installed. Residents of the Lamas and Monty area have already begun enjoying the fact that they can harvest and store water during the COVID-19 pandemic, the drought, and as well as the upcoming hurricane season.
Given the state of the country right now, we would say that yes, these systems will assist them in practicing proper hygiene and and the like, but it wasn't just, we didn't know. Obviously, we didn't know about the pandemic affecting the country. We were just trying to help with the water shortage issue that they were facing. With the rainy season fast approaching, we do intend on installing these water tanks and these water harvesting systems before the rainy season reaches its peak. This is why we intend on beginning the project again during this week. So they would have these tanks in time for the rainy season to harness their water, so they can be prepared for this rainy season.
She explained that most projects have been funded by JEF grants, and while the group is a non-governmental organization, any backing or support from them would be appreciated, as it would assist them in reaching and assisting a greater spectrum of people in the South. Atlas's mandate is to harness the talent of youth in the Choiseul-Saltibus area in order to create positive changes environmentally and socially in the south of the island. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
We have only one world to live in, and so it should be looked after with due care and attention. This is the main focus of World Environment Day, which has been celebrated annually on the 5th of June. On Friday, the St. Lucia National Trust sent out a message to the masses asking them to cherish the world that we live in. World Environment Day has been celebrated on June 5th annually since 1974. Recognizing that humans have a significant impact on the planet, the United Nations designated this day for the world to acknowledge what is happening in the natural environment because of our actions. We have impacted the environment positively in some cases, but the negative impacts are much more significant. According to the director of the St. Lucia National Trust, Mr. Bishnu Tulsi, as we have been seeing lately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, when we reduce our pressures on the environment, it noticeably becomes healthier and begins to return to a more ecologically balanced state. This is why we have to be more aware of our actions and what effects they have on the natural environment around us. The theme for World Environment Day this year is biodiversity, the variety of all living things. The number of plant and animal species around the world is vast, and the diversity of life has enabled us to thrive, sometimes at their expense. When we overexploit resources, diversity around us decreases. It is estimated that over 500 species have gone extinct between 1900 and now. We are causing the demise of so many species in direct ways, like overhunting the Caribbean monk seal, which was declared extinct in 2008, as well as indirectly through global warming. We need to raise awareness about these issues so that a collective effort can be made to reduce the negative effects. As we celebrate World Environment Day this year, let us do something good for the environment to reverse the destruction and negativity. You can do this by planting trees, conserving energy, reducing household waste, recycling, saving water, composting, carpooling, and carrying your own reusable bags and cups when you go out. The SLNT will be hosting a World Environment Day webinar on the topic, using the Escazú Agreement to foster a more people-centered approach to environmental governance in the Caribbean in light of COVID-19. Visit www.slunatrust.org for the date and time, which will be soon announced. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez. It has come to the end of another tough week, surviving through a COVID-19 pandemic, economic turmoil, and all other hardships that life has to throw at us. However, the Hot 7 team was able to capture the feelings of a man who says that despite it all, we must remain thankful for what we still have, including life. He maintains that one must always try to make themselves happy, even if it's through doing something as simple as dancing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo! Jesus. Take out happy. Make yourself happy. Make yourself feel good. Yes, sir.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. When we come back, we have school sports and the latest weather update.